Hey friends, welcome back to another YouTube video. So this time I decided to do something along the same lines of my last YouTube video. So I'm going to be redrawing album covers that I am interested in. So starting off strong, I'm going to be redrawing Baby Tate's album After the Rain. I got sent this album cover by a friend. It was the last one I ended up drawing because I couldn't think of any other album covers that weren't basic to redraw. Anyways, I have never even listened to a Baby Tate song before I started drawing this. So while I was the entirety of I was drawing this, I was listening to her album on repeat and just trying to get something to talk about, and I really enjoyed it. I gotta say, I would definitely recommend. I like the song that she has on the album with Flo Milli. So if you haven't seen the album or the EP or whatever, you should definitely check it out. I did like it. As far as the album cover goes, I thought it was super creative. That's exactly why I decided to draw it. It's so fun, and I feel like lately, or just with artists in general, album covers are so dull and boring. And this one's very colorful and vibrant, and I get to play with a lot of effects you get to see later as this speed draw continues. But I get to play with a lot more effects and stuff that I usually don't do whenever I draw. So yeah. So my favorite part of doing this drawing is coming out. Oh, there it is, right there. So I thought it was kind of tedious to do, but the product of doing the little beads and making it look crystally was so worth it. I feel like it came out looking really good, especially once I add the little sparkly effects there it is to make it look a lot better. Now this was fun to do too. There's this little tool on Procreate where you can twist the colors and stuff, and I love using that for drawings. I actually haven't used it in a long time at all. So I decided to use it for this drawing and one of the other album cover redraws that I did today. So yeah, and I learned this hair trick. I don't know where I learned this hair trick from. I think I saw it randomly on TikTok or something. But it really saves my drawings. It makes them look a lot more interesting. As for the background, I kind of just did whatever and added a bunch of little effects to make it pop and make it look interesting. And that's the final product with a little bit of editing. That's what I ended up coming up with. Now this drawing, I can't even express how proud I am of this drawing. It would be my YouTube profile picture if I didn't already specifically draw a profile picture for my YouTube. So trying to stay consistent in that aspect. But anyways, this album cover, I already knew once I was going to do this video that Doja Cat's Planet Her album was going to be the one I drew first. It's too good, and I wanted to know how I was going to do it because it's so it looks really hard to do. So when I was doing it, I was like, all right, let's see what I can pull up. So this is I think honestly I've been getting pretty good at anatomy too, not gonna lie. If you guys see here, the body's looking pretty good. Anyways, I had a little trouble with the face here. The smile really got me. It was so hard to do. And I just kept drawing until something ended up looking good. But I did end up finding a mouth that looked pretty good. Anyways, now talking about the album, Planet Her. This is one of my favorite albums of all time. I think there's only one skip, and that's a maybe skip, on her album. Everything else I will fully listen to. When that album first came out, every single song was on my playlist. When I was listening to it, I was like, yep, add. It was just, it's a very good album full of a bunch of different type of songs. It's a good album. Now, if I had to recommend something, it had to be this album. Kiss Me More is my favorite from the album. It's kind of basic, but I really like that song. I don't know why, it's one of my favorites ever. So yeah, definitely one of my favorites. I did like a lot of the other songs, so Been Like This was good. If you haven't heard that, you should definitely check it out. I really like this album. Here you can see that I'm using this skin like coloring trick that I learned off of Lavender Town, a YouTuber who I've taken a lot of inspiration from, let's just say that. But I love the way that she shades skin. And before I started using this technique, I feel my drawings have been very flat and boring. So using her technique has really brought a lot of life into my drawings. And I've also kind of learned to change the color of the lines of my drawings. Because sometimes it could give it a different effect. Sometimes I want black lines, but this time I wanted to make the body a lot more like, I don't know, flat looking. I don't know how to really explain it. But I wanted a different look, and I feel like I did well here. Now, doing the hair, I didn't expect the hair to come out good at all. Because in the album cover, it looks like she's kind of like laying down her hair. It's like all everywhere. And I didn't think I could do it. Like, I didn't think the hair would come out looking good. I thought it would look like Ursula. Like, I thought it just wouldn't lay the way I would want it to. But it ended up looking pretty good, in my opinion. Once you see the finished thing, you'll understand where I'm coming from. Right now, it looks a little silly. This part was really fun to do. There's this tool, like this paintbrush in Procreate called Nebula. I use it a lot for like a bunch of different types of drawings. But I wanted to use it in this one and try to make it like her clothes or whatever she's, wearing in the album cover. I thought it was really fun and like a creative little taker, whatever to do. This part right here was kind of fun to do. Layering the little lights and everything, and the background was so fun. Watching it all come together like made my heart melt. Like, it was just so fun. And I ended up mixing all the colors together, and this was the finished product with the editing and everything. I am so proud of this drawing. Like, it makes me want to cry looking at it. I love it so much. So this last one is actually this is the first one I ended up doing. This is what kind of gave me the idea. Doja Cat ended up being my second one. But anyways, I recently got into Trina, Diamond Princess. That's the album. I haven't listened to the entire album. Only listened to like one song. And it's How We Do. I heard it in like an edit, and I really liked it. And I listened to it a lot. And I really liked the album cover. I thought it was like really like, pretty. And I liked the diamond icy blue vibes. So that's kind of what I wanted to have in this. In this drawing, I went for more of a cartoony approach compared to my other drawings. I wanted everything to be a lot more stylistic and less realistic, if that makes sense, which is why the hair is the way it is. Like, it's more like Fairly Odd Parents than like real life, you know what I mean? So that's kind of the vibe for this drawing. But I really liked her album cover. I really can't say much about the album since I haven't listened to it, but the album cover does look nice. I gotta say, when it comes to coloring in a drawing, the skin is one of my favorite parts. I love it because I feel like that's when the drawing starts coming to life, when you can start seeing definition in the skin and the lips and the eyes and all that stuff. Hair recently has been very fun for me too. Ever since I started like shining the hair and making it look a lot more cool looking, I really enjoy doing the hair. But the skin, I love doing the skin. I feel like it really makes the drawing come to life once you get that done. Fun fact, right here, I don't know if you can tell, but you see those small little like streak lines that I added in the hair? That was an accident. this drawing is when I figured out that like adding the small little tiny streak lines adds a lot more to the hair than I thought. It was an accident, and when I found that out, I was like, whoa, that actually looks pretty good. So I kept doing it, and I ended up doing it for the rest of the drawing. So I was like, this looks good, I'm gonna continue doing it. Right here I added some highlights and the little pearls or whatever on her neck. I feel like it looks really good. I'm just really happy with this drawing and how all of the 3 drawings I did came out. Since I feel like I haven't really been drawing in a while, so I decided to do it. As I was drawing, I realized that I forgot to do the bracelet. You can see for a split second that I tried to add it in at the last moment, but it just didn't work. But regardless, here I went for a little bit of a creative liberty and decided to add some ice and snow. Cause I was like, Diamond Princess, it kind of just gave me, I don't know, the whole album gave me like snow, ice vibes. So I was like, let me just go with it and see what happens. And it ended up looking like this. This is the final product. I'm really proud of it. You can guys tell me how you feel about it. And this brings me to the end of the video. These are 3 album covers that I ended up doing. I'm really proud of all 3 of the drawings. Just a side note, I don't know if anybody's been wondering, but I still do animation and I still will do animation. I just kind of wanted to show off that I do normal drawings too, and also, I can post videos a lot more frequently if I do this. My plan is to post a drawing video, since these take me way less time than doing animation, and then post animation videos. If I solely just do animation, y'all aren't gonna get videos until 5-7 months apart, because it just takes me way too long. So hopefully this is a lot more consistent for you guys. Sorry for taking me like 2-3 months. It was not supposed to be that long. I just got really caught up with school, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And please like and subscribe if you guys did like it, and I'll see you guys later.